there was no private bedroom, like, so the whole space was pretty much shared. And this roommate I got by the name of Adrian, deep down, I think he's like a nice guy, but he didn't have any sense of like awareness of what was going on around him.
Respect.
Or respect, yeah, that would be another word. And so like, for example, like he often played, he was a typical like Call of Duty like Siege, like what was that, Rainbow Six Siege or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like he played games like that all the time. They actually did play a little bit of Sea of Thieves, and I saw that long before we started playing, Tim. But so they play games, him and his friends play games like that all the time, and he was obnoxiously loud when he would play. He'd get pissed. And so this is where one of the phrases where like when something bad would happen in the game, he'd yell out, "Whatever game," is one of the things he would yell.
It was all the time. On the call, every day, every night. And so we just started repeating it, and it was great.
Yes, and oh, by the way, did I mention he would do this at full?
Whatever game. Look.
He'd do this at full volume. Yes, he'd do this at full volume, like while I was. He wouldn't do it like at nighttime when I was trying to sleep because he actually usually, if he wasn't working, he went to bed like pretty early. And then of course, I would end up leaving the room out of respect if I was gonna keep like gaming and stuff. But like, let's say I didn't sleep well the previous night, which happened a lot because I didn't sleep because I was an idiot. I would take a nap after classes, and I don't expect somebody to be completely quiet because like it's like, okay, it's 3 or 4 in the afternoon, like that's not a quiet hour where I would expect somebody to be quiet. But like he would be completely full volume, like no like respect for the fact that like you could tone it down a little bit. Oh no, I think actually no, the one that pissed me off the most was, so I would have an alarm that would go off, like it would go off, and if I hit the snooze, it would go off again, and I think it was like every 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it was. And like literally all I had to do was like touch the phone, and that's what would shut it off. So like it would maybe go, when it would go off, it would go off for less than 5 seconds, right? And I think one time where I didn't wake up to it the first time and I snoozed it, like the second time it was like, he yelled at me like almost to shut off the alarm, right? And so I did. I shut it off, and I ended up falling asleep again, sleeping through class, which is my fault, but still, it's like really. But here's why that specific interaction pissed me off. So,
yeah.
Here's why that specific. If that was the same both ways, it would be one thing. So, around I think it was Thanksgiving break. He lived in Alabama, so he was gonna go home for Thanksgiving break. I couldn't because I was, or it was some break. I don't think it was Thanksgiving. It might have been fall break.
Fall break.
Yeah, which was literally like a couple days. He was going home for it, right? I wasn't. And so he was leaving early, kind of early in the morning. So he gets up. He has his tea, but while he's like getting ready to leave, like, so obviously he has the shower noise. That is fine. He has like whatever, if he's like, I can't remember, he was like shaving, or I'm not paying attention because I'm over here trying to sleep, and I get to sleep in because it's not a class day, there's no class. But he's doing whatever, and that's fine. The problem was he had
fucking perfect baby park. Let's go.
Let's go, Rob.
All right, you continue.
Yeah, he had his TV on full volume. He had his phone on full volume at like 8 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, doing all this stuff when I'm clearly there trying to sleep because it's one of the few days where I don't have to wake up for like a class at like early in the morning because it's a day we have off.
Why are you complaining? You're on break.
Because I couldn't take the break because he was being so fucking loud.
Yeah, it's not so much about that. And there are multiple times, Carson. I remember you would text me, like, how he stayed up later and what kept you up. You know.
Yeah, there would be certain nights. Yeah. I think it might have even been more so that there would be, let's say, if he worked on a Friday night. And so, Rob, this guy was essentially a bouncer at a bar, right? He was like kind of like the security or whatever.
He was actually like not in a bad way, actually good, you know.
Yeah, no, like he was he was like keeping the troublemakers out, exactly. And so he wouldn't get home from that until like 1 a.m., maybe even pushing 2 a.m. And depending on the day, if it's like a Friday, like he might come home, he would shower, and then there's a chance he might still get on and like game like late at night. And like while I would stay up late sometimes, I wouldn't stay up that late necessarily. There were times that I did, which those are the times that I left the room usually. But yeah, but there'd be times I'd be trying to sleep and like legitimately trying to go to bed early, like maybe I had an exam the next day or something like that, and he didn't really show any respect for that. So
Okay, that's 5th place.
5th?
Yeah, tied with Mia for CR.
Jesus.
Dude, that would have been.
Oh yeah.
That would have been 4th or even 3rd maybe if it weren't for that thing at the end. That fucking.
Yeah.
Whose birthday is it today?
That was unbelievable. I can't. 514.
What's up to me?
7. Yeah.
You sure